We live in the changing of a paradigm, at the end of the world in so many ways. From the insane advances in AI and robotics to tremendous social pressures and decay, like the loss of community, housing's unaffordable, people don't even know each other anymore. There's like a complete breakdown on almost every level of society. On top of that, great historical forces and cycles are all coming to a crescendo. And with that, we're going to see the most explosive and transformational era in human history in our lifetimes. And I want to make this video about how to start pivoting for that. Like, where should we place our priorities? And especially young men. Now, I've been talking to young men in the men's community, and a lot of them are like, I don't want to get a normal job. I just feel like insurance is going to be gone in 10 years. And I don't want to work in a cubicle with people I don't really know and not feel bonded to anyone. Like, I want a greater mission in life. I want a greater tribe in life. I want those shared social bonds that we once lost. And I totally get it. And it's like, where should young men really be looking? And what I see in our lifetimes, my friends, is a great divergence. There is going to be the mass culture that's going to probably sink deeper into pursuit of pleasure and atomization and these tech overlords and all this shit. But there's going to be this breakaway culture emerging. It already is. And I see it online. I see it in the close friends and relationships I've been building, is this new culture that is prioritizing authentic connection, new social bonds, shared projects again, and is like wanting to create a new culture that has escaped like the sickness that we see everywhere in our world, the sickness in our food, the sickness in our entertainment, like the such sick and devastation of culture. So there's this new culture already emerging, and like you can join the wave of it, right? And to join the wave of it, there's a couple things that I'd recommend. The first one is developing yourself, like standing on your own 2 feet, becoming a man upright amongst the ruins. We are in the ruins of a society, my friends. We're living through the collapse and the transformation. So like getting on your own feet looks like, how can you get your relationship right with your vitality, your finances, your own mind and health and well-being, right? Like, how can you become a man that is capable of leadership and worthy of leadership? How can you become a man or woman that is a leader out here? And that takes deep personal work, interrelational work. Like, I've learned so much, even just leading a small community online, leading brotherhood groups in my real life, and being in intimate relationships. Like, I've learned so much and gotten so many reflections on how I can grow as a man. So I think like getting on your own 2 feet so you can help a tribe stand up around you. The other huge issue that we're all facing right now is the economic pressure and the economic problem. Especially young men, they're like, I don't want to get into these jobs and these career paths that are ultimately dead end and going to be replaced by AI. And I don't want to like live in a city in this disconnected culture. I want something vital. Well, the economic pressures are, the main thing that we need to solve together. And here's the thing, is I see in my generation, most of like the high agency men are either like getting a good job or they're becoming solo entrepreneurs. They're becoming creators. They're making AI business or something like that. 2 businesses that I would highly recommend getting into, by the way, is AI. Just because like, man, there's so many opportunities there and sales there. Or content creation. I think everyone should start expressing themselves online so you can attract your tribe. But anyways, like where to start looking is gaining skills that are going to be valuable and are going to create locational freedom and financial freedom. Locational freedom is the main thing, because here's the thing, is if you start expressing yourself online, you start connecting with people who are like-minded to you, who actually think and feel the same way, who are part of the emerging culture, being able to travel with them, to go meet them, is the way that new wolf packs, like new tribes are going to form. I already see this in my own life. I'm about to go travel the world with 2 friends that I've met through the internet, and I'm about to go to a retreat in May for a month with like all these awesome guys who I also met through Instagram. And by expressing yourself online, building a portfolio and putting yourself out there, you attract people who think and feel just like you. Like, the internet is the greatest social filtering tool on the planet. just by expressing yourself, you can meet other like-minded people. Like, there's a link below if you just want to talk to me one-on-one, see what we're doing, join us. Like, I do this in every video, and I meet amazing people on a daily basis, right? And you can do this too, just by interacting with the creators that you feel really kindred with, and also especially creators like me who are actively building culture, building community, both online and in real life. You connect with someone like me and it opens a whole new world of opportunity for you. And ultimately, as you build your skills, right? So like certain skills that might be really useful for locational freedom right now is, how could I do, let's say, like AI for a business in this way? Or how could I do sales for an AI company? Or there's a couple, like, basically figure out how to get locational freedom. That could be a whole video. And then also skills for the emerging culture, right? Like trade skills are really good. Like, how can we build houses in a sustainable way? Like, think about, we have the death of community and tribe and towns and culture, but there's going to be emergent ones, because this is one of the most basic human needs. So in the emergent towns and cultures, like, we're going to need to figure out, you know, all the infrastructure, the agriculture, the how do we have media, and also how do we create an economic engine that provides value to the world. And that's the thing, is if you're high agency, like, take your entrepreneurial journey as a creator, as an entrepreneur. But here's the key point is, don't go at it alone, right? Find the others who are also doing similar things to you and start banding together, right? Find the others. Like, I have a friend who has a pretty successful AI business, and instead of just hiring, you know, like random guys in Pakistan to do cold calling for you, hire people from our community. Like, build a team that is, you know, kindred brothers who are conquering the business frontier together. So therefore, you're creating financial and locational freedom with a team that you would like to travel with, that you would like to live nearby, that you could build a village with. And that's the thing, is like, in my lifetime, I'm gonna start a town. That's what I want to do. That's my dream. Like, let's start a town and populate it with kindred souls, with our friends, you know? But in order to do that, you need to meet the right people, like a really good inner circle. Most communities fail because of lack of alignment between a leadership team, right? So you need to meet your wolf pack and build really deep bonds with them. And the second thing you need to do is create an economic engine with that team that's going to provide value for the world and resources. It's kind of like hunting. Men back in the day, all the men would band together and go out on a hunt to acquire resources or protect the frontier, and then it would bring back those resources for the tribe. That's what the economic engine is going to be. For instance, if we built a new school, which is what I want to do, build a real academy that teaches, you know, not only higher education, but also a deeper spiritual practice, a deeper way of relating to community, martial arts and physical training. It's more of a holistic school of excellence. Like, building something like that, the world really needs it. And if I could find a highly aligned team, and I already have quite a few members on that team, to actually put this together, men who are high agencies, so they could like really be entrepreneurial with me in doing this, all of a sudden you create an economic engine where you can hire new people that, you know, that A, really align with your culture, and B, they might not be entrepreneurs themselves. A lot of my best friends, they're not really entrepreneurial, but I want to live nearby them. So if I had opportunities for them to work and live nearby me because we have an economic engine, that's how you start a new town. So let's go to building the wolf pack and go a little bit deeper there before the economic engine. There's two ways to build your wolf pack, and this is like really what I think every single man watching this and woman watching this needs to focus on first, is being social, right? Building your community, and then filtering people into an inner circle. I have a whole video on this and whole course on this. It's called Building Tribe and Social Capital, but like acquiring people that you feel really kindred with. There's a lot of problems here. The main problem is that we lack proximity to a lot of great people. I have incredible friends, but they're spread across the world, right? And even friends who live 40 minutes away, 20 minutes away, I don't even see that often, right? And this is why, like, yes, meeting those people, but then B is like creating a shared ritual and creating a shared project that you can work on together. Men bond by walking shoulder to shoulder, right? So like the more of this is, if you're an entrepreneur, this is what you need to think about. Oh shit. Hope this is still on. If you're an entrepreneur, this is what you have to think about, is like, how can I build a project that offers value to the world and opportunities for other men to walk shoulder to shoulder with me? We're talking about this all the time in the Men's Academy. Because that's what's going to create the deep bonds. Like the deepest bonds I've ever had with friends, like we weren't even that great of friends to start with, but just the fact that we were like doing all of our homework together, or the fact that we were building a business together, or the fact that we were like trying to, make videos together or be excellent together in some way, we were striving together. And that's what true friendship is. It's striving together. And the fact that we don't strive for anything because we don't have a shared cultural ideal anymore, and we don't also have a project or a frontier that we're mastering with brothers, because we don't strive together, friendship has fallen away. So as a high agency man, like, don't just be in your little rabbit hole of like, how can I make some money to liberate myself? It's like, once you have money and you have success and you are liberated, what are you gonna do then, right? Like, what do you really want? You want a tribe of badass people around you who inspire you, who are working on shared missions together. That's what we all want. And that's why the economic engine is so important if we actually want to build a real town. Now, I have a lot of reservations and issues, which is going into business with people, with especially like starting a town with people. My friends, almost every business partner I've had falls through eventually because of lack of alignment, or I output a lot more and drive the ship than them, or something like that. And I've seen this so many times, like so many intentional communities fail, so many businesses fail, because people don't spend the upfront time of building that relationship first. So like really prioritizing building best friends, building wolf packs. And the crazy thing is if I organize this wolf pack, which I am, and you organize a wolf pack, which you can't do, right? And we have a lot of alignment between ourselves, between our cultures, all of a sudden those meet and a couple others meet, and that's how something explosive will come into the world. All of this solo entrepreneurship, all this atomization, like all of it is creating this pressure to birth something new. And this is what I see coming. We're gonna start towns again. That's the ideal. Start new towns or revive old towns with like-minded people. Everyone wants this. It's the only way we can really raise children again. It's the only way we can live into higher flourishing as men and women, and it's what the world needs most. So if you want to talk to me about this one-on-one and join what we're doing in our online brotherhood, creating culture online and then in real life, there's a link below. But either way, if you don't join us, start building your wolf pack, my friends. Peace.